BigTruDat, Late Bloomer Podcast. We back again. We back again. We back again. Day 6. Tyree Nichols. Shit. They say it's live. So I assume, it's going on the weekend, man. So, we got weekend coverage. I was reading some of the comments. They said a jury from out of town. I don't know how true that is, but it's live right now, so we're gonna get into it. Further ado, day 6 of the Tyree Nichols trial. They actually, showing some of the conversation between the officers, the ex-officers, when the shit happened, and you're gonna hear their dialect and just hear how they was talking. So give you a better depiction of, for y'all that didn't see it, what was going on the scene. And you could hear how one of the officers was trying to get one of the officers to sit down or stop talking. Man, what is Smith doing? He talking. Man, he need to sit down, sit his ass down. Ooh, ooh. So here you go. We finna get into it.
I ain't never in my life been like that. Never.
Mr. Nip.
We're gonna skip through it. We ain't gonna play the whole thing. We're gonna get into it a little bit, then we're gonna skip to the end. And then we just gonna do a little conversation about it, man. A little quick conversation, a little verbiage about it.
It's a consulting firm for attorneys, law enforcement agencies, private individuals.
Consulting in what areas?
I consult in the area of police training, police tactics.
Police training, police
I write
tactics,
policies, procedures.
policy, procedures.
I analyze equipment for policing agents to see if they're going to use that particular equipment. I write reports regarding my recommendations.
Nah, your cousin.
You mentioned you write training policies. For whom?
For various police agencies, in California mostly.
I'm sorry.
In California mostly.
Are you familiar with the acronym POST?
Yes, sir, I am.
Tell the jury what POST is.
POST is a commission for peace officer standards and training.
And what is its role in law enforcement?
POST basically sets standards, it regulates policing agencies, it makes training recommendations, it supplies instructors, supplies materials regarding police practices.
And to whom does it provide this?
To policing agencies.
Police and agencies.
Have you had a role with POST?
Yes, sir, I have.
And if you would describe that role?
I'm considered a subject matter expert for POST in the areas of training, weapons defense, use of impact weapons, handling persons with disability, crowd control. So POST will bring together a group of subject matter
This
experts.
day 6, by the way.
And we'll either create.
This is day 6 of Tyree Nichols.
We'll review current policies and make sure that they're up to date.
Police
or we'll check
beat them to death.
And say yes, everything is correct in this policy. And then it goes to the Attorney General's office to have the Attorney General
In Memphis, Tennessee, where I'm at.
basically what we've written or what we've said was all right.
And is POST a national organization?
It's a national organization in that all policing agencies have some type of a POST regulatory commission. They're not all called POST, but most that I'm familiar with are called POST, or commissions on peace officer standards and training.
Are you familiar with Tennessee's POST Commission?
Yes, sir, I am.
And how did you become familiar with that?
Basically read the post-commission's policies and procedures and what they've recommended to Tennessee.
Are they consistent with other post-commission standards?
Yes, they're pretty much all the same. I'm sure there's some differences as far as local things, but most of them are the same because of federal law.
You mentioned you've been involved in training.
Yes, sir.
If you would tell the jury your involvement with training law enforcement.
So he trained law enforcement.
Basically, use of force.
Use of force.
Control techniques.
Control
How to search
technique.
people,
So maybe
how to
this is one of the
handcuff people,
dudes that
how to disarm
implemented the wrist lock with the
how to take people to the ground,
handcuffs.
how to control them when they're on the ground,
Right.
How to use their firearms, how to
Right.
use their impact weapons, anything basically that's physical with a law enforcement officer.
And for whom do you do that training?
Do it for agencies throughout California, Hawaii, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Idaho, New Jersey, New York, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Do you have any certificates regarding your teaching or training law enforcement?
Yes, sir. I have a basic, intermediate, and advanced post certificate. I have a supervisory post certificate. I have a vocational teaching credential. I have a bachelor's of science degree.
Okay, so basically,
I'm certified by
this is one of the guys that train the officers.
firearms instructor.
So, just gonna move it along a little
What's
bit.
referred to sometimes as verbal judo.
Okay. All right, there
use
go the
harsh
footage.
language.
There go the footage. So just listen to how he tried to kind of justify some of the police actions.
All of a sudden he stopped. And that's unusual when you're in a pursuit of someone. And that's a red flag. Why did all of a sudden the person decide to stop as opposed to continue to run?
When making a high-risk traffic stop, what is an officer's proper law enforcement objective?
But if you watched the clip I showed
And then all of a sudden he
earlier, it showed you that the one that testified, he gave a statement first last year. He said that basically, man, it boils down to they were mad. Everybody lost their cool because they had to chase him. And then you got the underlying factor, you know, what they saying about the woman. Everything is for entertainment purpose. Allegedly, we don't know that to be true, but that was said. So you got all them factors, man. These guys just was mad and out of shape.
And that's unusual when you're in a pursuit of someone. And that's a red flag. Why did all of a sudden the person decide to stop as opposed to continue to run?
I'm tired. What about that? I'm tired.
When making a high-risk traffic stop, what is an officer's proper law enforcement objective?
To contact the violator, to control the violator, get the individual handcuffed, searched, and taken into custody.
Contact, control, search, take them into custody.
A portion of Officer Hill's
contact, control, search, take them into custody.
and then ask you some questions.
All right, here go the footage from, that night. contact, control, search, take them to jail. We gotta have some more self 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 de-escalating class, or not self de-escalating, but yeah, de-escalating, but some. I said he ain't doing that. And these guys ain't got no type of people skills. Bitch, all this shit. Man, a person really don't understand. Person don't understand how hard it is just to give up your trust to them when they being aggressive with you. How you know they not gonna continue to, you know what I'm saying, keep doing the bullshit they doing already? You grabbing, pulling, nudging, and you know what I'm saying, slick punching me. Now, how I don't know you gonna keep doing this shit when I'm in a real vulnerable state with my hands behind my back, face out, and all that old shit, and you already showing me that this what it's going to before then. Motherfuckers don't stop hitting me for 5 minutes and want me to stop tensing up. He got away from all of them. He never swung. He just got away. Why you so mad? Just do your job. Right there, we got us a good chase tonight. If anything, aggression shouldn't be in the job. He ain't did nothing. And my thing is this: if you saying he on meds and he high, why not be trying to get him some help instead of punching him and doing all this old shit? That don't even make sense. Get the man some help if you feel he high.
Young male, black, slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie.
Mr. Cameron, would you describe Haley's conduct? The video is stopped at 20:26:47. That was Kent Hill's body worn camera plate from the beginning. Would you describe, first of all, did you see Demetrius Haley in that clip?
Yes, sir, I did.
Would you describe his conduct in that clip?
Right.
And his use of force in relationship to the Memphis Police Department's use of force continuum?
Certainly. When he first contacted Mr. Nichols, he was using verbal persuasion, or what's referred to sometimes as verbal judo.
Verbal judo.
He used harsh language, which isn't prohibited. And usually if you're dealing with a situation where someone is a harsh individual, in other words, they've already fled from the officers, kind of emphasize things by sometimes using profanity.
Yeah, big fail. Exactly.
Hands on.
If he was being pulled over for some shit like that, then yeah. But they automatically off the top was just on bullshit.
Vehicle, which is
Man, you know a nigga tensing
trained
up.
to do by the Memphis Police Department to control the individual.
Wait a minute, what I do? Hold on, man. It take all that 5 pounds for me.
He attempted to use control techniques to handcuff and subsequently search Mr. Nichols, but Mr. Nichols turned on him.
Shit lying for real, G.
At that point, they took him to the ground. They were still using controlling techniques
Roughing them up.
to get him handcuffed. Mr. Nichols was not going for being handcuffed. Sometime in the process, Officer Haley used his pepper spray, and it appeared to have no effect on Mr. Nichols, but it got into Officer Haley's eyes, and I believe some of the other officers' eyes. Mr. Nichols refused to get on his stomach, though he said, I'm on my stomach, all right, I'm doing it. He wasn't doing it.
He wasn't doing it.
He then took off and ran.
I thought he got hit with the baton and shit after that, though. He ain't mentioned it.
To get him out of the car.
Yes, sir.
Why was that? Was that, in your opinion, proper at
Yes.
that time?
Yes, there was.
Why?
Well, number one, he failed to yield originally. The car hadn't been searched. Mr. Nichols hadn't been searched. You want to isolate him from his own vehicle, get him out of the vehicle, and get him controlled as quickly as you
Why that rough, though? Why we pulling him over like this, though?
Did anything significant occur that caused the officers to take Mr. Nichols to the ground?
Yes, sir, it did.
What happened?
What was that?
Officer Martin said, paraphrase something to the effect of, he's got a hold of my gun or he's got my gun. And at that point, all bets are off. I mean, you take him to the ground as quickly as you can, and you try and control him as quickly as you can. Because you don't know whether he was trying to take the officer's gun or if he has a gun of his own, because again, he hasn't been searched.
So when they say controlling, that's the kick ass. That's another word for kick his
Martin
ass.
said something along the lines of, let go my gun, or he's touching my gun.
The statement that I read, the testimony I read, Officer Handhill said that he heard it, and I believe Officer Martin said that he said it.
But it's been proven that they liars, though. Well, we can't just really go off their word.
Haley used verbal judo at that stop.
Verbal judo.
What is verbal judo?
That's a method of attempting to solicit someone's cooperation verbally. So if you're not doing what I ask you to do, and for example, if I say, will you step over to the curb? And the person refuses to do that, I'll say, well, sir, is there anything I can say or do to have you step over to the curb? So I'm trying to basically negotiate with you. But if that works, that's fine. But if it doesn't work, then you have to escalate. And again, sometimes when you escalate to have someone do something, under certain circumstances, you'll use harsh language.
So he one of them people that I could tell
Okay.
he was implementing hurting the motherfucker back in the day. You control the situation at all times. You don't let her.
Soft hands.
You don't let him. He don't really want you to speak.
Why was that appropriate?
Well, again,
Allegedly,
Mr.
everything I'm
Nichols
saying is for entertainment purposes.
wasn't getting
man.
out of the car.
Don't know this
When
guy.
Officer Haley reached in to escort him from the car, he pulled away from him. Then at that point,
All bets are off
you go
again.
hands to
Huh?
one. Get them out of the car, get them into a position where you can immediately search them and handcuff them, or handcuff them and search them, depending on which order you're going. And that's all training techniques and all appropriate.
And then pepper spray, the OC spray.
Yes, sir.
Why
Who
was
going
that
to the
booked?
Cash Money reunion tour here in Memphis?
Actually, on the force continuum, pepper spray goes before hard hand techniques and sometimes soft hand techniques. So it was, according to their training, it was also appropriate in the situation to try and get him controlled, because the object is to get them controlled, to get him handcuffed. Obviously, the pepper spray didn't work on Mr. Nichols in this case, but it did work on the other officers.
While Mr. Nichols was on the ground, there were
Man,
commands given.
proper training, proper technique can save somebody's life. And that's on any job, really. You know, any
He said
physical
he was doing
job.
what they asked him to do, get on his stomach, but in fact he was on his side, would not get on his stomach. And he kept saying, I'm on my stomach, I'm on my stomach. He wasn't on his stomach. He was up on his side, which means, again, he hadn't been searched. He can access a weapon along his waistband, in front of the waistband, where firearms are most often carried by suspects. Consequently, he had access to that. He had the ability to use his hands to strike at the officers. So the officers were telling him to do something, or ordering him to do something, and he was saying he was doing it, but he wasn't. So he wasn't following the commands.
You said they in respect to the commands. Who was giving commands?
I believe all the officers, Officer Hampel, Officer Haley, and Officer Martin.
Is that ideal?
It's not necessarily ideal. What you'd like to do is have one officer give commands, but that's in a different circumstance. If I'm telling somebody to do something, and I'm the officer that's going to handcuff the person, then I'll simply tell them to do it. In this situation where you have a fighting, resisting suspect, you wouldn't want other officers giving commands. In other words, I wouldn't want to say, lay on your stomach, and another officer say, no, lay on your back, and somebody else say, put your hands over your head, and somebody else say, put your hands behind your back. But in this case, all three officers were saying exactly the same thing. Get on your stomach, give up your hands. Stop resisting. Get on your stomach, give up your hands. So if different officers were giving different commands, it could confuse the suspect, and that could be why he wasn't doing it.
So they
In
mean,
this case, all the officers were giving
so they
almost
mean
exactly the same
we ain't pulled him over because he's a threat, or because he done really did some real shit.
And that's
So
what
that just
your
mean
opinion
turn it up a notch though. Still,
Haley's use of force and conduct
Man, come
consistent with his training,
Yes, sir.
consistent with Memphis Police
Kalani
Department
misspelled her
policy.
name.
Yes, sir, it was.
Gotta check that out.
Going to continue playing Hempel's body cam, picking up.
They just got body cam footage today, so I'm just checking in with the body cam.
For roughly 8 minutes.
What going on, Blue Ass?
Snap down on rocks. Moving like star. What's that? Yes. Hang on, hang on. Ready? Alright, just straight. One of the pumps hit the back seat. Alright, your car's right in front of you. Alright, hang on. Where's your water?
You can't see shit. Ice cream cone. She messing with me.
Negative 2938. Where are my damn glasses?
Shit he did himself. Shit he did. He sprayed everybody. Everybody bigger than Tyree. So let me ask y'all this though. Do you think Tyree was on something? Or was it proven or what though? Like, like that's a question to be asked though. Meds or something, or maybe he was just scared for his life. Sometimes when you're scared, you can get superhuman strength too.
I can't suggest shit. My glasses, what do
That
you
will to live is strong.
Nigga, we just saw him running down Ross. What made you what? Yeah.
A new song. Mm-hmm. Or seeing them in action because this don't make no sense. Nah, it don't make no sense at all. Definitely don't make no sense. It just it goes to show you, just like I said, how
What's up? Right,
I mean, police don't even treat people like people sometimes. Like motherfucker grown. You just pull up giving orders and screaming and hollering and like that shit just that ain't natural. So as soon as you get to raising your motherfucking voice and I don't know you, you just get to telling me what to do and I just get to breaking down. Just yeah, all right, okay, now let's wait a minute.
Get this damn taser. Now,
Motherfucker ain't used to being cuffed up and shit like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't. Sometimes it's like they more inhumane than a lot of people. They desensitized too to real life situations. Once they put their motherfucking badge on, their uniform on, man, these people are not thinking normal no more. Exactly. I'm not your child, then you younger than me, or whatever it is, and you, man, throwing your weight around. I'm not your child. You don't know me. Damn, let's get an understanding first. Why they never pull up and you know what I'm saying? Even when it's a tense situation, man, they don't got no. It's always just this authoritative shit, man, by force. Because I'm the police. You need to be listening to me. They should also go to some type of college, goddammit, and work on communication. They should have to study this shit. It's like psychology too, the study of human behavior, because they have no, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have no understanding. Most officers, what you see in nowadays, don't know how to deal with real shit. They have no de-escalation skills. They gonna amp it up. Definitely think they RoboCop.
Can you at least open your eyes?
Definitely think they RoboCop. Two different units of law. one law is your normal thing, but when you're dealing with a mental illness person, there's another unit that's called. Yeah, maybe he had some mental illnesses or something. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what and they go back to a statement that I was making earlier. When you do have a person that's, you know, maybe have some mental illnesses or something, you suspecting it, like, why would you still try to go to those measures? Man, listen, y'all, it's 6 of us. They let you, I'm gonna stomp his ass. It's 6 of us, 7 of us. Hey man, let's come up with a solution. As long as this guy ain't got no weapons, man, let's get him down to the ground without all that bullshit, and let's get him handcuffed. Like, we don't have to. They should have a technique on how to gang grab a motherfucker or something instead of all this shit. They be like, man, police with the shit. Let me tell you, you got put your knee in somebody's back and neck, and man, you weak as hell. Police would be so full of shit. Exactly.
In this clip, which ends at 20:34:44,
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody hitting on me,
what significant
pulling, grabbing, and I'm still trying to just really see what's going on. I know I ain't really done nothing. Man, it's gonna be hard for me to just
Rehabilitated by the
give
memory.
a
And
motherfucker
obviously
control of me.
trying to flush his eyes out with the water.
It's gonna be hard for me to just
so the air can get in.
tap out because I'm gonna be thinking, man, what's next?
Basically
What's finna happen?
He took his vest off because it's easier. It doesn't hit you much from moving, so it's easier for him to be able to tip his head back and to use his hands and hold his eye open and have the other officer flush it out. And at one point, he puts his vest back on and responds because he hears a call coming over the radio at Bear Creek and Castlegate.
They got him.
That the officers, basically something to the effect that the suspect's still resisting or still fighting.
We wanna
and
go
we need
join
more
in.
officers.
Let's go help.
And that's one of the first things you're trained as a police officer is if another officer calls for help or calls for additional units, that if at all possible, you respond as quickly as you can.
Exactly. Everybody different. You can't handle everybody the same. Like you said, everybody got their fight or flight mode. You gonna in shock.
Sure it is.
You gonna freeze up. You gonna run, or you gonna fight. So it gotta be some officers out there that got some critical thinking skills. You know, none of these guys seem to want to go into peel the layers back when they really be having a conversation with you. It's just listen to me, do as I tell you, and a motherfucker don't do that in their real life. Just a stranger come up to them regardless of the badge and just get to control you and telling you what to do, but they being disrespectful or aggressive. Man, it's gonna make the situation different.
About the interaction they had on the traffic stop, that Mr. Nichols was resisting, didn't want to be handcuffed. He hadn't been searched.
He hadn't been
He
searched.
ran from the officers.
Man,
Pepper spray didn't appear to have any effect on him. He now knew from the radio transmission that Mr. Nichols had been contacted by other officers, that the other officers were having a difficult time taking him into custody, that they were calling for other officers. And again, by his training and the Memphis policies, he needed to respond to that location.
by his training.
You mentioned earlier when Martin said, "Let go my gun," you said all bets are off.
Right.
Tell the jury what you meant Bye. All bets are off.
Appreciate that,
In other
love.
words, when somebody goes for an officer's gun, it becomes a deadly force situation. It's a deadly force situation, obviously, for the officers. It's a deadly force situation where the officers.
I still believe
if the suspect
that 5 or
uses
6
the officer's gun, and the
guys,
suspect has his own gun. So it
young
changes evidence.
guys,
It's not
should be
routine,
able
it's not
to control the
motivated.
situation better than
Use of
that
force
without that
continued.
man ending up
If assault
losing his
against hard
life,
hands,
without it ending up being all of
deadly
that.
force situation.
You boys lost your cool. You niggas lost your
In your
cool.
review of this entire incident, was deadly force ever used by Demetrius Haley?
No, sir, it was not.
Just simple as that. You lost your cool.
Gonna pass a document to
He already said that. He was mad.
Do you recognize that, Mr. Cameron?
Yes, sir, I do.
And what is that?
It's Mr. Nichols' left arm with one handcuff on it, and an officer attempting to get that hand under control, particularly because the handcuff is on the wrist, and the handcuff on the wrist basically becomes a weapon. If the individual is able to break free from the officer's grip, he can swing that very effectively and severely injure an officer.
Is that a picture you recognize as one of the scenes?
Yeah, this guy here.
Review?
Yes, sir, it is.
That could mark the next number of exhibits.
Definitely works for the code in blue. Yeah, Scorpion unit. Yeah, Scorpion unit. Exactly.
Screenshot of Nichols Brick, exhibit 41.
For the record, that is a screenshot from Officer Mills's body worn camera, which has been shown, will be admitted into evidence, and the timestamp is 20:34. I believe it's 55 on the print.
Said it right. This is the Scorpion unit. The jump out boy. Handcuff is a weapon. You hear it? You hear that, Mr. GF? The handcuff is a weapon.
In relation.
But they got all the weapons. Just say these boys shaking. That motherfucking weapon on motherfucking wrist to you can lose your hand. You fucking with them jump. Exactly. Man, just say these boys shaky as a motherfucker. That's what they need to start evaluating too.
If I'm not mistaken.
They gotta start hard checking the police. You know? Start hard checking these boys, man. You niggas is so quick to get to doing all that shit, man. Nigga, life been real, man. They have to walk these streets and shit by themselves, and you niggas take advantage of that, you know, that police gang shit. Brothers in blue.
Left wrist have any impact on your?
They need to have some type of hard check phase
At Castlegate
where these niggas can walk the fat by themselves first. Because if a nigga can walk the fat by themselves, man, then a lot of this shit wouldn't be going on,
You see
man.
that when he arrives on the scene, that the one wrist is handcuffed.
They let me know these boys weren't trying to get no,
And
they weren't trying to go home and you know,
basically,
they taking their job too serious. Man, it's late night like that.
and it could be
Man, they both been trying to, man,
simply
you know,
resisting not being handcuffed or being handcuffed.
easy night. Let's just say it like this. It's an easy night, man.
And like I mentioned before,
That's a motherfucker that just wanna be extra.
so they don't know whether he has a worst case scenario.
He calmly
gun,
saying he wasn't
best
searched.
case scenario, a knife in the waistband. So
Yeah, exactly. I
you could
nigga
say,
should set
yeah,
up
he's
for
resisting
niggas.
because he doesn't want to get handcuffed.
They probably trying to get some cutting. There you go, Mr. G.
Access a weapon.
That's what I was trying to say to right man, what they be making the situation worse.
A brief clip
To be able to place yourself in this situation.
Scott video.
Come on, man. Them folks supposed been trying to get some cutty, man. Supposed to been on pulling downtown and shit. Come on, man. They say they like me in a uniform. That's all you supposed to been trying to do. Not chase no nigga and do all this goofball ass shit.
At Castlegate and Bear Creek, I think it's officially titled 6727 Castlegate. This clip begins at 20:36:02.
Yeah, come on, man. Everybody sliced up, they chopped up too. They got the black magic spray on, and you out here chasing a nigga. That shit done sweated off, man. Why you chopped up and got the black magic on if you finna be out here running, jumping out, doing this? Man, come on, man. The black magic on let me know y'all out here trying to holler at shit anyway. Come on now, I'm in the city. These boy, everybody sliced. Black magic. Fought their haircut. So you know you don't supposed to be out here doing this shit, running around. Come on. Everybody got the black magic on. Everybody sprayed up. Everybody got the cardboard on their front line.
Was that clip?
You saw it. You saw it.
Skycom.
You saw it.
You reviewed in connection with your work at this fence.
Yes, sir, it is.
And in that clip, did you see Mr. Haley arrive?
Yes, sir, I did.
Would you describe his conduct in that clip to the jury?
Well, he arrives at the scene. You can see that Mr. Nichols is not controlled. There's a handcuff on one wrist. Like I mentioned before, the arm is tucked under the body. Officer Haley comes up, makes a quick assessment of what's occurring.
No, I ain't lying,
He
man.
takes the time to look to see where he's going
No,
to
I ain't lying.
apply the kick. He applies the kick to
You
the
silly.
upper arm muscle area, which they're trained to do because
What off week this
basically,
happened on? Going.
causes the arm to
What
relax
off
and come up
day?
behind the back,
The week this. I don't know all that.
where the officers want the arm to be, which is in a hand.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Then my hair brown, so I can't do it anyway. You see what I'm saying?
To kick the
My
area that he
shit
wants to kick.
sandy brown. I can't put no black shit on me. I'ma look. You know what I'm talking about? Like a
Use a hard hand
goofball.
technique, and
When I start
use it to
wearing the
an
black
area
shit,
that will
y'all,
have the individual relax that
it's
area
over with.
or react to the kick and
My shit
be able to
brown.
be handcuffed.
I'm talking about brown.
Trained technique,
Yes, sir.
hard hands technique according to the Memphis.
What day of the week this happened on?
Yes,
Oh, I thought you said what?
On that
I don't
clip, how
know.
many kicks
I'm
did you
on the
see?
internet right now, though. I'm talking to y'all. Look it
Officer
up.
Haley just won.
Moderator.
How many kicks did
Shit.
you total? How
Two.
many?
That what my boy Elwood would have did.
And which one?
Elwood would have won.
That was his first.
There we go. I would have known. Appreciate it. Yeah, look it up real quick. See what day it happened of the week. I know it happened. My birthday was in January though, so I know it happened. It happened before my birthday though.
After the kick.
Mr. Nichols was able to be handcuffed
How quickly?
almost immediately.
I'm over here watching He Got Game in the background too though. OG shit. Them people gotta stop acting like Ray Allen wasn't a bucket getter. He was more than a spot-up shooter too. They got brown spray. Nah, they ain't got sandy brown spray. Nah, they ain't got this type of shit. I know they don't. Dirty brown, sandy brown, blonde type shit. My shit blonde. They ain't got this. Like he said, he said, no, don't throw Elwood on like it. I fuck with old Elwood though, man. You hear me? I fuck with folk. I fuck with folk. I'm over here watching Lala scandal his ass on He Got Game.
Mr. Haley just kicked.
Yes, sir, he did.
And the timestamp is 20:36:19.
Yes, sir.
Going to play one
Yeah, I
more
fuck with folk.
brief clip.
That was really a nighttime nigga, so he might be at work or something right now, sleep. Yeah, he be up early looking for True. I told him let me.
Officer Blake's
I fuck with folk. That's what I was finna say. He check on the nigga though. He check on the nigga though. I fuck with him.
36, 37.
I'm learning, man. I ain't learning, but I really appreciate y'all though, for real, that come through, tune in. Like I said, don't tune me out. So anytime, man, I'm on this motherfucker and y'all come through and kick shit with me, I appreciate it. Cause I'm definitely trying to get my shit together, my setup, and you know what I'm saying, be more professional and have it like. They got me feeling like I'm academics. You know what I'm talking about? Have this shit up and you know just everything, but I'm still gonna remain me raw. But I'm just trying to get it together. So I appreciate it though. Appreciate the viewers and the subscribers and the members and you know
Following
anybody who come through.
and procedures from the police department, and that he's calling for medical aid or an ambulance, giving the brief information that he had that the individual had been pepper sprayed, the individual had been tasered.
Man, they know this shit was wrong, bro. I know this shit was wrong. You know this shit was wrong, man. Yes, sir. You know this shit was wrong, though, man. Like they said, justice for Tyree, man. You know, it is what it is. Nigga don't be wishing the penitentiary. None of them don't know about it, but you know, this they work. This what they did. So, you know, whatever come behind it, man, they got to live it. To own up to it. When you just lose your cool. Yeah, I appreciate it. Get mad then. Get mad, man. Y'all tune in. Do not tune me out. See what else they talking about on her real quick though, man. I just saw they were going live, and I, you know, like I said, definitely want to.
I didn't get to ask questions of the use of force people yesterday.
This is the
All right.
that was the prosecutor at first. So is this the defense? Everybody out there coughing. Weekend long. You don't want to say too much on camera. Say what they really did. I don't have it around me. I don't have it near me. I don't have the iPad near me. I would have to watch it on TV. I would have to watch it on. I'm gonna have it set up. I'm gonna have it set up for you. I'm gonna have it set up for you for later on though. I might have to get on the desktop, and then if I get on live on the desktop, and then I can take call-ins like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on live from the desktop, or yeah, I'm gonna get on live from the desktop. That way y'all can just call in. Yeah, you'll still be able to see me from the desktop. I'm live. Yeah. So give me a little later to do it.
No. You from a train stop.
Train stop.
He got some in his back pocket. That wallet.
They talking about how they swung on them and shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. These boys didn't grow up doing nothing. They act like they were just in a real fight. So motherfucker who didn't want to do nothing. So that ain't really shit. I can see if they was out there throwing them, chunking them and shit, but bro wasn't. He was in defense mode, scared, running. Talking about how many times you hitting, kicking them. Weak as hell.
He got nothing to go. Unless he do it while on his way running, he racing down here.
Man, I'm gonna get it set up. I'm gonna get it set up. They muted something. Yeah. Day 6. Terry Nichols. Give you a little bit more of what's going on, you know, from the night of the incident when it happened. You hear what was said. You get to see them snatching them out the car, the best of your ability. You see them run off. You don't actually see all the punches and shit that were thrown, but it just, how do you go from what we initially saw to the end results? You know what I'm saying? That shit mind-boggling. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Be on the lookout tomorrow. We doing an interview with somebody who deal with human trafficking. Got a doctor coming through, and we just gonna get all up into that space and how she got into it. You know, we're gonna talk about her brand, ran them over, all type of shit. Exactly like they just did the most. But we definitely gonna get into it. I should be able to come back through tonight with another live though. Shit, you know, I'm having a little free time in my personal life, you know what I'm saying? So hey, we here. Tune me out. Don't tune me in. I mean, tune in. Do not tune me out. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit, man. I'm gonna get back with y'all a little bit later, probably about 9, 10-ish. You know what I'm saying? But fuck with me, DJ.